So we will recite, all of us, this one. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sri Sukha Uvacho Pralambabhava Pralambabhaka Chanura Trina Bharta Mahasanai Mustikarista Drinda Putana Kesi Denukai. Okay, I'll just read the whole 2 verses. Anyaischa Sura Bhupalair Bana Boma Dibhir Yuta Yadhunam Kadanam Chakre Bali Maghada Samsraya. Word for word meaning. Shri Sukha Uvacha. Sri Sukadev Goswami said, Pralamba, by the asura named Pralamba. Baka, by the asura named Baka. Chanura, by the asura named Chanura. Trinivarta, by the asura named Trinivarta. Mahasanai, by Agasura. Mustika, by the asura named Mustika. Arista, by the asura Arista. Vivida, by the asura named Dvivida. Putana, by Putana. Kesi, by Kesi. Denukai, by Denuka. Anyai, Cha, and by many others. Asura Bhupalai, by demoniac kings on the surface of the globe. Bana, by King Bana. Bhoma, by Bhomasura. Adibhi, and by others as well. Yuta, being assisted. Yadunam, of the kings of the Yadu dynasty. Kadanam, persecution. Chakre, regularly performed. Vali, very powerful. Magadha Samsraya, under the protection of Jarasandha, the king of Magadha. Translation. Sukadev Goswami said, under the protection of Magadharaj, Jarasandha, the powerful Kangsha, began persecuting the kings of the Yadu dynasty. In this, he had the cooperation of demons like Pralamba, Baka, Chanura, Trinivarta, Agasura, Mustika, Arista, Dvivida, Putana, Kesi, Denuka, Banasura, Narakasura, and many other demoniac kings on the surface of the earth. Purport. This verse supports the following statements given by the Lord in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, texts 7 and 8. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanirvavati bharata abhyutanang adharmasya tadatmanang sijami aham paritranaya sadhunang vinasaya chaduskritam dharma samsnapanartaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Whenever and wherever there is a decline in religious practice, O descendant of Bharata, and a predominant rise of irreligion, at that time I descend myself to deliver the pious and to annihilate the miscreants, as well as to reestablish the principles of religion. I advent myself millennium after millennium. The Lord's purpose in maintaining this material world is to give everyone a chance to go back home, back to Godhead. But kings and political leaders, unfortunately, try to hinder the purpose of the Lord. And therefore, the Lord appears either personally or with his plenary portions to set things right. It is therefore said, Garbang sancharaya rohinyang devakya yogamayaya tasya kokshingata krishno dvitiyo bivudaistuta. Krishna appeared in the womb of Devaki after transferring Baladev to the womb of Rohini by the power of Yogamaya. Yadubhi sa vyarudhyata. The kings of the Yadu dynasty were all devotees, but there were many powerful demons such as Salva who began to persecute them. At that time, Jarasandha, who was Kamsa's father-in-law, was extremely powerful, and therefore Kamsa took advantage of his protection and the help of the demons in persecuting the kings of the Yadu dynasty. The demons naturally appeared more powerful than the demigods, but ultimately, because of help received from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the demons were defeated and the demigods triumphant. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purport and the 10th canto of the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, chapter 2, prayers by the demigods, texts 1 and 2, recorded in Melbourne, ISKCON Melbourne, Australia. Sri Sukha Uvacha Pralamba Bhaka Chanura Trinivarta Mahasanai Mustika Rishta Dvivida Putana Kesidinu Kai Anyais Chasura Bu Palair Bana Bhaumadivir Yuta Yadunam Kadanam Chakre Bali Magadha Samsraya. Sukadeva Goswami continues his narration of the mystery, how the Lord appears from time to time, and just recently, 5,000 years ago, to King Parikshit. It is a mystery, it is not a miracle. Mystery for those who doesn't have any inclination to worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead and to know Him as He is. Mystery because it's very difficult to understand for the non-devotees. When the Lord appears in the material world, it is out of His causeless mercy for the conditioned souls. He doesn't have to come. to the material world. He's happily enjoying with his eternal associates in the spiritual world, performing his pastimes, playing with the gopas, the cowherd boyfriends, and enjoying also dancing with his cowherd girlfriends, performing the pastimes eternally with his parents, Mother Yasoda, Nanda Maharaj. But when he comes to the material world, it is out of his causeless mercy for the conditioned souls like us, so that we will become attracted to that pastimes, to those pastimes. Even though it says in the Bhagavad Gita, and it was quoted here in the purport by Srila Prabhupada, that the Lord comes from time to time, whenever there is a decline in religious practice, to reestablish the principles of religion. That can be done by any of his plenary expansions. He doesn't have to come. To annihilate the demon, he doesn't have to come. Time I am the destroyer of everything, the representative of the Supreme Lord. To protect his devotees, oh yes, he will come. To fulfill their desires. The Lord becomes subjugated by the love of his devotees. So the Lord becomes obliged to fulfill their desires. That is because of love, the love of the Lord from his devotees, love of Krishna. Sometimes it says it's greater than Krishna himself. Bhakti is more, greater than the Supreme Lord himself. It's not that the devotees are higher, but the Lord, he is pleased better. He is pleased more when the devotees become seemingly superior than Krishna. Of course, Krishna is the supremost. He is the topmost. He is pleased more when the devotees treat him in such a way more than the hymns of the Vedas. It's like part of the 10 canto prayers by the Vedas personified, establishing the nature of the Supreme Lord being the absolute. The Lord is Aja. Aja means he is unborn. He doesn't take birth. So his taking birth is not the same as our taking birth, Janma. It says in the Bhagavad Gita, we are, as conditioned souls, being under these fourfold miseries. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi. Birth, death, old age, and disease. So we take birth from time to time, since time immemorial. Due to karma, this material form that we have in human form of life, we had the desire to fulfill certain objects of enjoyment with certain senses that we have right now. That's why we're all different. No one person here has the same forms or eyes, ears, nose, mouth, different colors, different backgrounds, different cultures, different environments that we have come from. No, but Krishna's birth is not like that. It is out of his sweet will only. It's like the rainbow. A person, like a child, will think that there is a string attached from one end of the rainbow to the other. But there's no such thing attached that makes the bow a rainbow. For us, we come to this material world again and again in 8,400,000 species of life due to our desire to lord it over to the material energy, material world. We want to enjoy the material energy. Therefore, we took birth in different species of life, birth after birth. But Krishna knows. He can choose whenever he wants to come. And he has a specific mother and father. Unlike us, it's unpredictable. Do we know what we're going to be next life? Do we know who are going to be our parents to be? Do we know who are our going to be brothers or sisters? But for a devotee, it doesn't matter. Even if it takes birth as a dog, like Bhaktivedanta Thakur. Yes? He says, I don't mind taking birth as a dog as long as I'm in the family of Vaishnavas. The Supreme Lord is Aja. He is unborn, but he has a father and a mother. How is that? Prabhupada says, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He doesn't have any source. If God has a source, then he is not God. But for lila, rasa, pastimes, these different mellows, as we've heard from the Nectar of Devotion, the summary study of the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu by Srila Rupa Goswami. It says there that one can have different relationships with the Supreme Lord. Dasya, Santa, Shakya, Vatsalya, and Madhurya. In Vatsalya, he has parents. But here in these pastimes, 5,000 years ago, he has two fathers and two mothers. Do you have two fathers and two mothers? I don't think so. We can have only one mother and we can have many fathers. Yeah, let's say the father, our original father died, then mother can get married again. And after that, maybe she can get married again. So you can have many fathers, but not like two fathers and two mothers of Lord Krishna. This is the mystery here. He took birth in Mathura, kingdom of Kamsa. Have you been to Krishna Janma Bhumi? Is that me or somebody else? How many of you have been to Krishna Janmastan? That is not the real birthplace of Lord Krishna. You have to go around. There's a small temple there. Of course, that is part of King Kamsa's prison house, but it's on the other side. You have to go around. So Krishna took birth in Mathura, and as we've heard from the summary, that this birth of Lord Krishna is not biological birth. It's from the heart, the purified, Visuddha Sattva, purified heart of Vasudeva transferred to Devaki. And then when he took birth as four-armed form. Have you seen a person taking birth full size with all of those different paraphernalia? Disc, mace, chakra, yes, disc, lotus, flower, and conch shell? with all of those? Of course not. When we took birth, we were crying, naked, no clothes. But Krishna, when he took birth in Mathura, he has these different items in his hands, in full regalia, as like a Kshatriya. But then, because of the mood of Mathura is mixed, Aishwarya and Madhurya, then immediately he turned himself into like an infant baby boy, so that he could be transferred to Vrindavan. But before this, because we're preparing now these very nice pastimes of the Supreme Lord, before he appeared, it was Balaram who first appeared. He is the seventh son of Mother Devaki. That at the time of the wedding, they're going back now. Vasudeva and Devaki, they were returning back to the place where they're supposed to stay. And Kangsha, being the brother, elder brother of Devaki, was driving the chariot. But then suddenly, out of nowhere, a voice from the sky says, "You fool! You did not know that the eighth child of your sister will be the cause of your death." He is a fool, really. Crazy fool. Because usually demoniac personalities, they have so much ego, so proud of their position. And therefore, Kangsha stopped the chariot immediately, took the hair of Devaki, and took the sword from the sheath, and ready to cut her head. It says that that voice is none other than Narad Muni. Usually Narad Muni, this is his mission. He wants to expedite the pastimes of the Supreme Lord. He will come at the right time, right place, and the right circumstance. Out of nowhere, he will just appear. So, but there was some reconciliation here. Vasudeva promised that I will give the eighth child to you. You don't have worry. But please don't kill your sister. This will be the cause of your infamy. And infamy is worse than death. Yes? He's your relative, your sister, and especially at the time of wedding, you're doing this? What? How cruel you are. So now, the 6 children, 6 sons of Devaki, they were all killed by King Kangsha. And Balaram, Baladev, he is the Swayam Prakash, the first expansion of the Supreme Lord. First extension, first expansion. Through Yogamaya, Lord Krishna arranged in such a way that Balaram, being in the womb of Devaki, now Vasudeva has 28 wives. Yes, 28 wives. In the 84th chapter of the 10th canto of the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, there was a sacrifice being arranged by Vasudeva in Kurukshetra. all of those wives were present, but only 18 can sit on the fire arena. So Devaki is one of them. Another wife of Vasudeva is Rohini. That's why Lord Balaram is named what? Rohini Nandan. Like Krishna's name is Devaki Nandan. So this is again a mystery. How Balaram was transferred to Rohini, who is in Vrindavan. This is not like transplant, biological transplant again. This is not by mechanical means. This is by the Shakti of the Supreme Lord, Antaranga Shakti, Yogamaya, the internal potency of the Supreme Lord, the predominating energy in the spiritual world that makes the relationship between the devotee and the Lord sweet. Not to cover up. Yes, to cover up also, but more to be sweet. Again, Madhurya. In the material world, the predominating energy is Mahamaya. Mahamaya, this is the external energy of the Supreme Lord that put us into illusion that we can be happy in this material world with this material form. Not just in human form. All the conditioned souls in the material world are put into illusion by this Bahiranga Shakti. Puts us into more and more miserable condition of life, full of sufferings. In the spiritual world, the devotees are covered up to see Krishna as God. But that makes them closer and closer, and the relationship between the devotee and the Supreme Lord becomes sweeter and sweeter. Here is the opposite. The Mahamaya pushes us more and more farther to Krishna. Does it make us closer to Krishna? Hare Krishna Mataji, very wonderful to see you again. I'm so happy to see you. Hare Krishna. As Mahamaya gets us to be closer and closer to Krishna? No. But Yogamaya makes the devotee gets closer and closer to Krishna with unlimited emotions, loving relationship. So Yogamaya was used in this pastime of the Supreme Lord, his appearance. And then when he appeared in Mathura to have his parents not to be afraid, not to be frightful of him, he turned himself into a baby boy. And then to not Krishna be killed by Kamsa, actually Kamsa became bewildered that there was a miscarriage. He did not know that this transfer was done, arranged by Yogamaya. So, to prevent Kamsa having him kill Krishna, Vasudeva arranged it in such a way to bring Krishna to Vrindavan, in Gokul. How many of you have been to Gokul? Hey, you raise your hand? No? Okay, you're just stretching, right? Gokul, this is the place where Lord Krishna appeared. This is the place where Nanda Baba's first residence. You have been to this place, Utkal Band, where Lord Krishna was bound by the ropes of Mother Yasoda to the wooden grinding mortar. Yeah? A very famous place. Whenever devotees come to Vrindavan, they go and visit that place. It will remind you of Damodar Lila. And nearby there also is what you call a place where there is no anxiety. And that's true. There is a Shiva Linga there that has thousands of lingas. One linga, but thousands etched in that linga. Chintaharan. Have you been there? Arjun Saka Prabhu? You been there? Guru Maharaj, usually the last few days of the parikrama, Brajamandal parikrama, we would join the Brajamandal parikrama. We will walk a certain place, and we ended up in Chintaharan. Chintaharan, a place where there is no anxiety. This whole world is full of anxiety. It's called Kunta. A place where there is always anxiety and fear. And nearby there also is the place where Mother Yasoda, the sweetest pastimes of the Supreme Lord occurred during his Balya Lila. What's Balya? Childhood. Childhood pastimes. And nearby that place also is the place where Mother Yasoda was told by the cowherd boyfriends that Krishna ate mud. What's the name of that place? Brahmandagat, yes. That video, have you seen that video of Prabhupada? He was watching the disciples and other devotees enjoying taking bath in the Yamuna, and then Prabhupada took off his shirt. Yeah, took off, and then he also joined them. That must be really nectarian, being with Prabhupada, enjoying like cowherd boy, like a small boy. So, yes, and near there also in that area, same Gokul. Gokul is also named Mahavan. Mahavan. There are 12 forests in Vrindavan. And Mahavan means, Maha means what? Not Mahaprasad. Mahavan, the great forest, big forest. That place also, there is what you call Raman Reti. Our Krishna Balaram Mandir is also located in Raman Reti. Raman Reti means silvery sands. And this is very special place, very mystical again. The Brajaraj there, the sand is so soft. I was mentioning that the other day or yesterday. It's so soft, like Johnson baby powder. And I was like surprised. This is the playground of Krishna and Balaram, the cowherd boys. One devotee took a handful of this Brajaraj and he threw it directly on my face, including in my eyes. And I did not get affected. I did not go like this. If you do that, you go to the boardwalk, you probably find some dust there and you throw it to somebody, then you will probably go to the hospital and get that dust out. Devotees will roll, play like kids. The dirt, actually is purifying. You can have a dirt bath. You can have Surya bath, yeah. Or every day we take bath to cleanse our body. But there, no. When you sat on the ground, when you get up, you don't have to go like this to take off the sand. Better the sand be with you all the way back to Melbourne. Because it is so purifying. The whole Vrindavan is an extension of Lord Balaram's energy. He is the Sevaka Bhagavan. Lord Balaram is the Supreme Personality of Servitor Godhead. And Lord Krishna is the Sevata Bhagavan. That means that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead who accepts the service. Like the spiritual master. He accepts the service. But Balaram also is none other than all the different paraphernalias that Lord Krishna used. The bed, the slippers, the umbrella. Krishna doesn't use the slippers. He doesn't use shoes. Because of the first time that Lord Krishna brought the cows and the calves for pasturing, Mother Yasoda was so worried that Lord Krishna's lotus feet may be pierced by thorns and small pebbles. Have you ever tried walking in Vrindavan bare feet? Yeah? And these small pebbles are very painful. So she offered Lord Krishna a pair of shoes and an umbrella because it gets hot, especially in the middle of May or June. Extreme hot and extreme cold. Just like right now, it is extreme cold. We don't use any heater in Vrindavan. You use heater, right? In winter time? Krishna Balaram Mandir is wide open. No heater at all. So Krishna says, no, I don't want this. I will only accept if you have 2 pairs of shoes for each cow, because they have 4 legs, an umbrella each. So how many pairs is that? 900,000 umbrellas. But this is like, just to understand us that in those days, the cows are practically unlimited. It's like right now, from our temple, Krishna Balaram Mandir, to Govardhan, how wide is the road? Very narrow, like only 2 cars, 2 lanes. In those days, it says that the road is so wide, all the cows can be accommodated. Not just Nanda Baba's cows. That includes the cows of his cowherd boyfriends. So how many millions of cows will be going every day to the pasturing grounds, to graze in the green grasses, to be fed by those grasses. Grasses also are personalities. Everything in Vrindavan is a person. The plants, the trees, the animals, birds. All of these are expansions of Balaram's energy. Balaram's energy, because his service, his function is to serve Krishna. Wherever Krishna is, Balaram is there also. It's like in Lord Ramachandra's pastimes. Lord Balaram is Lakshmanji. But he's a younger brother. He's a younger brother. And in that pastimes of Lord Ram and Lakshman, it was Lord Ram who was instructing Lakshman as a younger brother. Somehow or other, he did not want to have this kind of relationship, because even though he's younger, still his main duty is to serve Lord Ram. But he says, no, next birth, I'm not going to let this be. That's why he became the elder brother, Dauji. Dauji Kabaya, Krishna Kanaya. Have you been to Dauji village? Yeah, there is a village there or town where Dauji is the main deity. Main deity. And he does not want to compete with Lord Krishna. Dauji, as the elder brother, he respects Krishna. He has his own set of gopis that he danced for 2 months, performed their rasa dance for 2 months. There is a place called Vamshibat, also where Krishna performed his pastimes, but Ramaghat, that is the place where Lord Balaram, visiting Vrindavan, he performed his pastimes with his set of gopis. And one night is considered to be like one day of Lord Brahma. And that is not even enough. So Lord Balaram, he respects so much Lord Krishna, he doesn't want to compete, that his concert, what's the name of his concert? Revati, yes. Revati is not besides Lord Balaram. Where is Revati located? Opposite, where they can see each other. When Lord Balaram will walk in the Govardhan Hill, when he sees that there are series of golden stones, he knew exactly Radharani walked this way. He will change his course. He'll go the opposite direction. When Radharani will see there's a series of white Govardhan Shilas, crystal white, she knew that Balaram walked this way. She would also took a different direction. This is the mood. They respect each other. So Balaram, he took birth in the womb of Rohini. And now when Vasudeva brought Krishna crossing the Yamuna, in those days Yamuna is very wide and very deep. It's like in the story of Moses, the 10 Commandments. Have you seen that movie? No, I've seen it because we were brought up in Roman Catholicism. Usually we will watch this during the Holy Week. That the sea parted so that Moses and other pilgrims or those who wish to escape from the hands of the Pharaoh opened. So similarly, Yamuna became shallow. And Vasudeva was able to cross the Yamuna on the other side to reach the place of Nanda Baba. Both of them are friends, actually. The best of friends. And they don't envy each other. Both of them knew that Krishna is my son. But in the past times. So almost time is up. In the past time, where in Kurukshetra, both Nanda Baba and Vasudeva met each other. There was an eclipse. Was that a solar eclipse? An eclipse is going to happen soon also. I'm not sure, in a few days maybe. Nanda Baba respects so much Vasudeva. He did not say that Krishna is my only son. So Vasudeva, it was nighttime, and Mother Yasoda gave birth also. Not just to one baby. She gave birth to like a twin. What? Yogamaya and Krishna. What happens is that when Vasudeva came to the bedside of Mother Yasoda, the two Krishnas became one. The two Krishnas became one, and he picked up the sister, Yogamaya, to be brought back to Mathura. Because how can he explain that no, there is no birth? Another child did not take birth. So there was an exchange, and there is like it's not mix. I don't want to use mix. Huh? Merging, yeah. There is like two Krishnas became one. And Mother Yasoda did not know that she gave birth to two children. Because this Yogamaya, Vasudeva was to carry back, remember? And this Yogamaya was taught that, Kamsa taught that this is the eighth child. And then he tried to grab her, and she slipped. Remember that story? She slipped in the hands, and she started to preach to Kamsa. And then the next day, when Mother Yasoda woke up, she was so happy. Krishna is there. So this is a mystery. It's a mystery. This has been explained by the Acharyas. The Acharyas, they can see deeper the esoteric meaning or ways how we ourselves as conditioned souls are bereft. It'll be hidden to us. If without the Acharyas, we will not be able to understand this mystery of birth of Lord Krishna. It's not possible. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Jiva Goswami, Sridhar Swami, Sanatana Goswami. Because how they can see those things that we cannot? Just by reading the verse, we'll not be able to see it. But they can see inner meanings of these pastimes. More elevated ways how it can be explained to us because they are Nitya Siddhas. They are eternally liberated souls. Krishna, along with his eternal associates, they would come to reveal these pastimes to us so that again we will be attracted to. Somehow, one day, I want to be with Krishna. I want to be with Krishna. This is the main purpose of the Lord's appearance. It is not Janma. So Lord Balaram appeared first. It's like to clean the area and to set. He's transferring to Rohini Nandan's, to Rohini Mataji, transfer to the womb, by Yogamaya is to set Braj mood of Madhurya. And Lord Balaram, all the 5 main rasas, he's able to relate with Lord Krishna. As a friend, as a servant, as Santa Ras, you know, these sleepers, the bed, the dhoti, the flute. These are all Balaram's external manifestation. Being a parent, sometimes Krishna will be told, no, don't go today. It's your birthday. You spend some time with Mother Yasoda because she will give you a very nice bath today. You don't have to go, I'll go. Tend the cows myself. So there are some other pastimes like that. So Lord Balaram is like that. He is the strength. He is the strength. He is also the Adiguru, like Lord Nityananda. For us to reach Krishna, we cannot do it directly. We need the spiritual master. Expansion of Lord Balaram, but not in the Vishnu Tattva, in the Jiva Tattva, representative of Lord Balaram. To attain Lord Krishna, we need connection, being the manifestation of Lord Balaram, the spiritual master, connect us to Krishna. That's why Sankarsan, this is the meaning of Sankarsan. He's the connection between the 2 families. So yes, he is the strength, he is the purity, and he is the means by which we can be connected to Krishna. So before Lord Krishna appeared, Lord Balaram appeared first. Before the spiritual master appeared within our heart or in front of us, we need the connection, who is the representative of Lord Balaram, the spiritual master. Do you follow? Before Lord Krishna appeared, Balaram appeared first. He is the strength. So that's why if you have any problems, any anxiety, any doubts that needs to be dispelled, you approach Balaram. The Balaram is here. Krishna is here. Jagannath, Baladev, and Subhadra. Who's Subhadra? Yogamaya. There you go. Because they're brothers and sisters, right? They're together. In these pastimes also. Yogamaya is there. Subhadra Devi. So, I think I will stop now. Do you have any question? Yes. Is there any microphone so they can be heard by everyone? Otherwise, you have to extend your voice. Oh, Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Ram. Go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Maharaj. Thank you for the nice class. Maharaj, why does Bhagavatam doesn't mention about Yashoda giving birth to 2 babies, Krishna and Yogamaya?
You don't have to hear from Bhagavatam. That's why the commentaries are there. It'll be more complicated. It doesn't say in the Bhagavatam many things. You know what? The Bhagavatam that we have here is only a portion of the entire Bhagavatam, Bhagavat Purana. The Purana means history of Lord The major part of the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam is in the Swargaloka. They're also reading Bhagavatam there. So many things are revealed. That's why I told you the reason why they are being revealed.
Thank you, Maharaj.
You know, Bhagavad Gita? Bhagavad Gita is so deep. We're thinking Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada says, yeah, it's the ABC. But we cannot even understand. We're not this body. And you're trying to understand there are two Krishnas? Yeah, you'll become more bewildered. Isn't it? Oh, you're going to be scratching your head the whole time. How is that? And people, those who are neophytes, they will say, oh, I don't want to read Bhagavad Gita. I will read the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam or other books written by the Acharyas. We cannot even understand the basics. We're not this body. And we want to delve. So we don't read that all the time. Only when it comes, it's like the occasion, what we have right now, it's like we don't talk about Radharani all the time. Yes? But when you come to the pastimes, chapter 28 till to chapter 32 of the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, you're going to be talking about Rasa Leela. Who's qualified to speak? Who's qualified to hear?
Everyone.
Huh?
About Krishna, everyone.
What?
About Krishna, everyone is qualified to hear.
No. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not discuss these intimate pastimes. Where did you learn that?
No, not about the intimate pastimes like that.
Yeah, that's right. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he only discussed this 3.5 personalities. Not even 4, 3.5. So don't read those literature that doesn't have purport. And you can go to Loy Bazaar, I call it Louis Bazaar. There is a bookstore there. There's so many books of the Acharyas. And most of them are just translation. Because to comment, you have to be a realized soul. Even to write a book, you have to be somehow realized up to a certain extent. Even to write, even to sing, you cannot sing songs, made up songs. If you're not realized, that's why Prabhupada says, just repeat our Vaishnava Acharyas, bhajan. Nowadays, they will compose songs in Bollywood. How about Radha Krishna pastimes? They are sahaja. Sahaja means taking things very cheaply. If you are not on that level, you will never understand also. That's why you need a guide, you need a teacher to understand the pastimes of Krishna. Reading doesn't make you know Krishna. Acting, serving, while studying, reading and studying, two different things. You can read, but then what after that? But when you study, it'll say that you have to chant and you have to do service from an advanced devotee, under tutelage, under the guidance of an advanced devotee. But we're meant somehow, someday, to become realized and to become pure. But we have to take the process. So there's guidelines how to do that. Yes? What is your question?
Maharaji, when we listen from sannyasis like you, like there's a strong desire when you listen about Vrindavan, as you were mentioning before about various Leela stals where Raman Reti and all the other places, and also the place like Brahmanda Kund where Srila Prabhupada took Snan, acting as a cowherd boy. They get a strong desire like going and living there. So what should one do in this situation? Like
Keep hearing from them.
keep hearing from them?
Yes.
And also like in lot of lectures we listen like, okay, chant every day. What about if you die tomorrow? If you die next? So then what happens with the desire like going to Vrindavan?
Oh, well, if you finish 2% before dying and at the time of death, then next life you start at 3%.
Long wait.
Well, it is possible though. Spiritual life is difficult, but it is possible. Material life is difficult, but it is impossible. You have to be tolerant, you have to be patient, you have to be enthusiastic. This is a package. You cannot be lazy here. If you snooze, you lose. So don't snooze in spiritual life. You can snooze if you're tired, the body is tired. Yeah. Make what you power nap, right? Prabhupada say snap. He doesn't say nap. Snap, that means quicker. Our Guru Maharaj, he says, I'm just going to take a little, little rest. And he's not sleeping. He will still continue dictating while lying down. And the next moment, he'll be up. Our nap is like 1 hour, 2 hours, right? No, a pure devotee, they don't sleep. Fully awake, fully Krishna conscious, always thinking of Krishna and planning ways how to spread Krishna consciousness. For us, no, we want to enjoy sleep, yes. Dreaming in a nice beach, enjoying. No, that's Maya. That's why Prabhupada says, sleep is Maya. So you have to push yourself. Get up for Mangal Arti, worship Tulsi Devi, worship the deities, chant your rounds, worship Prabhupada. If you live nearby, I've heard there's a base here, right? So take advantage of that while you're still young, because you don't know when are you going to leave this body. Could be any moment. Any other points? Yes. Pass the mic, please.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you for the nice class. Maharaj, you were discussing about the sweet pastimes of Lord Krishna that eternally take place in Vrindavan.
Yeah.
Maharaj, when I personally go to Vrindavan, I sometimes cannot feel those pastimes. So Maharaj, is it that Vrindavan only reveals itself to the surrendered and pure devotees?
Very good point. Our main business when we go to Vrindavan is not to go to Loi Bazaar every day. Our main business is to hear from the sadhus. But, right sadhu, because a Mayavadi is a sadhu also. You have to hear from the devotees. That is your main business. If you go there and thinking that you will feel it, it may not happen. Because this has to be opened up. The key is to hear from the right source. Like in Vrindavan, if you have time, you hear our 24-hour kirtan, and also sit during the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam class. You cannot find Krishna going to different places and looking, where is Krishna? No, we don't see Krishna through our eyes right now. We see Krishna through our ears. When we hear the transcendental sound vibration emanating from the lotus lips of a pure devotee, it'll enter into our ears and it enters into our heart. Our heart needs to be cleansed. Our heart is full of material desires. Material desires means sinful desires because it has nothing to do or in connection with Lord Krishna. So when you come to Vrindavan, bring your favorite book and read also there. You can read with another friend and discuss. Yeah, but the best is to hear from devotees. Everything that you do in Vrindavan is multiplied 100 times than if you do it in Melbourne. Yeah? So you take advantage of being in Vrindavan and to hear from the right source. Nowadays, there are many professional speakers in Vrindavan. They have thousands of followers. That doesn't make them a pure devotee. Prabhupada says, don't go outside of the four walls of Vrindavan. But for you who come occasionally, then it is good also to be guided by those devotees who live there. And they can explain what happened here. Yeah. All those places.
I had another question. As devotees, how should we approach Vrindavan?
With humility, like a beggar. You know, a beggar is satisfied whatever comes along the way. We should be begging for the mercy of Srimati Radharani. We should ask permission from Lord Shiva, who is Digpal. He is the guardian of Vrindavan. Without Lord Shiva's mercy, we cannot enter Vrindavan. Without the blessings of our Guru Maharaj, we cannot enter Vrindavan. Without begging, yearning, please, let me enter Vrindavan in spirit, not physically, not even mentally, but conscious-wise. Because mentally you can judge, oh, something is wrong here. It's so dirty. Sometimes in some areas, Vrindavan, sometimes if you go to Loy Bazaar, there is a place you have to pass by Bangi colony. So smelly. No, these are external means by which you can be distracted to enter to the real Vrindavan. There is a thin film of Vrindavan that you'll not be able to penetrate. That film is Maya. There is Maya in Vrindavan also. Not Yoga Maya. There is Mahamaya there also. Yes. Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati Thakur, this thin film is that to distract those invaders just to come in Vrindavan and to enjoy. Prabhupada says Vrindavan is for bhajan, not bhojan. Yes, it's like if there is a red thin film between you and I, you will not see me in my true color. What you will see? Everything red. So it is like this. So when we go to Vrindavan, we have to be humble. Take advantage, chant more, read more, associate with the devotees who are residents there. Hear from them and ask, Maharaj, is there any service I can do? I will try to engage you. Okay?
Thank you, Maharaj.
Yes. Okay, last question.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you for coming and very nicely presenting. My question, I think you already answered because...
So, really?
Yes.
What was the question?
The question was that my Guru, Mata and Gurudev, they said whenever you come to Vrindavan, you look for service, you look for seva. So my question was that if we are visiting, having a darshan, coming there for darshan, and now that we are looking for seva, so what is the way we can get the seva in Vrindavan when we come there?
I can give you a stack of books and distribute books to the pilgrims.
Hare.
In Vrindavan, we don't have to go out to distribute books because thousands of devotees come. Every day we distribute 25,000 lift cups of Khichari Prasad. So that means at least 25,000 are coming, right? If you distribute books,
Jai.
one of those 25,000, why not?
Yeah.
We are like top 5 temple in the world in book distribution every year because of the pilgrims that coming there. Yeah, so you can distribute books. I can bring you to our Goshala. You can brush mata, go mata. I'll give you a very nice brush.
Haribo.
Their favorite brush. Someone gave me the brush. You can brush cow. You can clean the Goshala, help clean the cow dung. You become more pure when you touch the cow dung. Many ways, many ways. You can chant with the 24-hour kirtan. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
We are coming soon, Krishna's mercy, Guru mercy, in April, 1st April.
Okay. Maybe I'm there, maybe I'm not. I don't know yet. But you let me know, we'll find some ways how for you to connect with somebody.
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. His Holiness.
Okay, one last question. One last one. Mataji. This is the last, okay?
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you so much for the wonderful class. Just a small question when you were mentioning that in Vrindavan, everything, like our spiritual, whatever we do, it's multiplied 100 times.
And the aparad also.
Aparad also, yes. So that was my question. Yes, so...
Aparad is also an activity of those who are neophytes. They finding faults, criticizing, blaspheming. No, and the last thing that we cannot afford to do is to commit Vaishnav aparad. Aparadha. No radha. Okay, that's another subject. It'll take us one session to speak on Vaishnava Parad. Okay?
Yes. Thank
Just
you,
be
Maharaj.
careful. Even the pilgrims, you don't know, maybe some demigods came to have darshan of Radha Shama Sundar in the guise of a pilgrim. We don't know. We cannot criticize them. Be careful. Yeah. Okay?
Thank you.
It'll be our, 24 years having that fortune by the mercy of our Guru Maharaj to be staying in Vrindavan. 24 years now. But I don't think I have reached Vrindavan yet. Still far ways to go. Yeah. Okay? Nitai Gaur Sitana Premanande! Hari Om Tat Sat. Dhanyavad. Haribol. Hold on. Yes.